Your San Francisco 49ers defeat the Arizona Cardinals. Brock Purdy, 4 touchdown game. CMC, the key to your offense. Once again, he should probably be in the MVP conversations. Your defense, even though they didn't play their best game, they still were the reason why you won this game in some ways. And with a clear path to the NFC Championship game, let me rephrase that, a clear path to the NFC #1 seed in bye weeks, what is stopping this 49ers team? Well, probably Baltimore, but we're going to get more into that later in the video. But first, we got to talk about the Cardinals. And to do that, we first have to roll the intro. Hey guys, Austin Shaw here once again for another 49ers video. You know, NFC West games, no matter what is going on with the 49ers, scare me, right? This is a team clearly on a path to the NFC #1 seed. I'm still scared of the Arizona Cardinals. I'm still scared of the LA Rams. I'm still scared of the Seahawks. Why? Because it is the NFC West. All these teams play each other tough, no matter what. But still, the 49ers find a way to score 45 points. And they stop. They come back late. So let's just get into everything, right? I got a lot of stuff to talk right here. Offensively, Brock Purdy's first game in Arizona, his home state, since being a 49er. Because, you know what happens. Okay. And, there's a lot of talk about the MVP conversation with Brock Purdy, right? And I find it very interesting because I feel like he's the one quarterback this year who can't run his offense and just be good at running the offense. That isn't what the media likes for some reason, even though he constantly has, 3 to 4 touchdown games. Even though I appreciate what Jimmy Garoppolo did for this team, he's running the offense better than Jimmy Garoppolo. He is, putting up numbers that MVP candidate should be putting up. All his passes aren't yak. They're not behind the line of scrimmage. What does Purdy have to do? Does he need to throw for 5 touchdowns now? Does he have to throw for 6? Like, what's going on with Brock Purdy? Because, once again, a masterclass game from Brock Purdy. Because if it wasn't for his timing, if it isn't for how he could run this offense, some of these touchdowns don't happen. Now, I will give, I have to say this. Arizona did have busted coverages, and some of the TDs were from busted coverages. But still, most impressive touchdown of the game. 19-yard touchdown for the Deebo Samuel. If Brock Purdy puts that ball anywhere else, it ain't a touchdown. So it's just a very interesting thing about, MVP conversations and why no one in the media likes to talk about Brock Purdy, and mostly because if you don't what is there to talk about if you think he isn't the MVP candidate. But speaking of a guy who should be MVP candidate, Christian McCaffrey should deserve a bunch of credit. Even Brock Purdy thinks he deserves a lot of credit for what he's doing. This is, 3 touchdowns, leader in receiving yards this game, receiving touchdowns, rushing yards, rushing attempts. He's doing everything for this offense, and he may crack 2,000 all-purpose yards and 20 touchdowns and won't be an MVP winner. It's insane stuff, and this may be the year for a non-quarterback MVP winner. If the voters feel like it fits what the MVP award is and what is the most valuable player. If you tell me what's the most valuable player right now in the National Football League, it is Christian McCaffrey. And you may say, well, if there isn't a we saw what CMC looks like without a quarterback, but let's not even talk about the Eagles game here. Very interesting stuff there. What else is there to talk about? Deebo Samuel. One of the most interesting things with Deebo Samuel is this. Before the Eagles game, he had 2 touchdowns. He's now up to, I think, 7 or 8 touchdowns. if as I said, in my last video with the Seahawks, right? If this is a version of Deebo Samuel that's going to be here for the rest of the season, I expect them to be back in the NFC Championship game. And, there may be some problems to reach the NFC Championship game if the defense plays the same way they did. Okay, here's the thing. The defense, got Arizona off the field, all game. I'll give them that. There was a few problems with tackling. I'll say that. But here's the thing about it. I think any offense that Kyler Murray runs, and I mean this in the most respectful way to Kyler Murray, love the guy, loves how he plays, short kings, all that stuff, because I'm a short king myself, my guys. Love watching Kyler Murray play, but he is very annoying to watch when he plays the San Francisco 49ers. Because the running attack, passing attack, just all the tackling problems you think you can have for a team, it's probably because you face Kyler Murray and whatever offense he's in. So yes, there was trouble rushing with the run defense? Absolutely. But you don't have Armstead, you don't have Hargrave. Understandable. Your linebackers tackling, okay, we can talk about that. We can talk about your cornerback tackling. But honestly, the defense did enough, right? Your MVP on your defense this game was Charvarius Ward. Why was Charvarius Ward your MVP? Because this guy almost didn't play with a groin injury. He has 2 interceptions, a pick 6. That's why he's the MVP. And there's a lot of talk with Charvarius Ward about if he was, actually, the CB1 of this team, or he was just a very good CB2 that can become your CB1. But honestly, this year he's proven that he's CB1. He was worth that contract he got the same year that every 49er fan thought of J.C. Jackson in this role. So very good on you, Charvarius. What else is there to talk about this game? Oh, Jake Moody finally makes a field goal. And he broke his streak of not kicking for field goals. Good on you, Jake Moody. Okay, so I'm recording this after Monday Night Football. Eagles, Seahawks, lol Eagles. But anyway, the Eagles lost. Dallas lost. You have a 2-game lead in the NFC NFC number 1 seed. If you lose to Baltimore, you're not in that much danger of losing it. But honestly, if I'm the 49ers, I'm trying to win out. All right, you're trying to win out until it doesn't matter. Right, if that means somehow the Rams gain a playoff spot because you rested starters, I think it would be worth it. Honestly think it would be worth it for the 49ers in that situation, in that scenario. But if the situation arises that they have to play every single game to get the number 1 seed, they're going to play every single game to get the number 1 seed. But that's a bit too much looking in the future. They got to face Baltimore. Probably their toughest opponent the rest of the season besides, well, actually the toughest opponent after the Baltimore Ravens is the Washington Turf. Because I do not want to see anyone get injured. But honestly, things are looking good for the 49ers. It's going to be an interesting watch. And I'm going to be covering it all through my winter break. So if you guys enjoy this content, like, subscribe, comment. This has been Dawson and Shard, and I will see you guys next time.